You're a parasite, creeping around in the night. You take what you can again and again. You don't care what's wrong or right. You're a parasite.
Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of Friends of the Forest. I'm Dale Mangold and I'm your host, and I'm so excited to have our special guest this week, Emily Gray. Oh yes, Emily is originally from the UK, but she comes to us this week from Spain, and we will be talking to Emily a little bit later in the episode. But before we get into the interview itself, please hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, like the video, bell notification, all that kind of stuff, so you will never miss upcoming episodes of Friends of the Forest, which happen to air each and every Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And in addition to Friends of the Forest, this is the Forrest Of FangHorn band's YouTube channel, so you might get some Forrest Of FangHorn content on there too, which is, if you don't know that by now, it's my funk, jazz, hip-hop, R&B band, which we just released our album a little bit earlier this year, Ents Marching, so go check that out too. Shameless plug, ladies and gentlemen. Anyways, lastly, if you want to be a guest on an upcoming episode of Friends of the Forest, please email us at forrestoffangHornpgh@gmail.com. We'll send you an email back with all of the info that's needed to be on the episode. It's very easy. We do everything electronically. If you happen to be in the Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania area, we can even film your episode live right here in our Treebeard studio, just as we did with Mr. Craig Veltri and next week's guest, Mr. Jeremy Kaywood. Oh yeah, that's going to be an exciting episode as well. But yeah, so just email us. We'll put the link in the description down below. You can also get the email by hitting our Linktree link and find out everything about Forrest Of FangHorn of that matter too. So anyways, I digress. Friends of the Forest, let's get into this episode with Emily Gray. Welcome back, everybody. It's my pleasure and honor to introduce Miss Emily Gray. Hi, Emily, and welcome to the show.
Hi, Dale. Thanks so much for having me on the show. I'm Emily Gray. I'm kind of like an alternative indie folk artist, and I make music about like mental health and emotions.
And it's such an honor and privilege to finally meet you, even though if not in person, but at least virtually through the wonderful technology of video. We've obviously texted and emailed back and forth, but it's so cool to have you on the show and get to know you a little bit and talk about some of your music. Emily, you're from the UK, but I believe you're living in Spain at the current time. Tell us a little bit about yourself, your background, your musical background as well.
So I've actually been doing music for basically as long as I can remember. When I was a young kid, I remember like writing songs and performing them to my parents. But I really got started like performing in bands and things when I was in high school. I actually used to play rhythm guitar in a death metal band when I was in high school. But I also had another band where I used to sing, and there was another guy who played the acoustic guitar, and his parents like ran a pub, so we used to do a lot of gigs in his pub, and I think I was maybe like 14 or 15 at the time. And then throughout university, I worked in a pub that ran an open mic night, so I like always did the open mics there. And I started taking music seriously in 2020. I think when a lot of us started taking things more seriously during the lockdown, and I just kind of decided that it was time to actually chase my dream, and since then I've been working as hard as possible to try and make my dream of becoming a full-time musician a reality.
All right. Thank you for sharing that. Now, we're going to talk about one of your current singles now called Parasite. It's a totally awesome song. I will put the link to that song, as well as all of the other social media sites that Emily has. But Emily, tell us a little bit about like your mindset of how you got the idea and the inspiration to write this song.
Yeah, so the song that I'm currently, in the process of pushing out on social media is my most recent release, and that song is called Parasite. Again, it's kind of like an indie folk song. I mean, it makes sense. That's what I do. But it's about betrayal. And this one is really for anyone who, I don't know, kind of like completely trusted in a person or a situation and then just got blindsided and, the truth kind of came up and slapped them in the face. So I hope that people who have been through this and experienced this can listen to Parasite and, sing along and let some of their anger out and know that they're not alone in going through this,
Very cool. It's just, it's a captivating song and a great message. And the video, I truly enjoy the video as well. It just takes the song to another level.
Yeah, so I wrote Parasite. It's kind of the same way that I write basically all of my songs, where I have a particular thought or emotion in my head that I need to get out. I was feeling very I was feeling very emotional at the time, and I had a lot of disappointment in a particular situation in my life, and so I wrote Parasite. I wrote it more or less in one sitting. It just all came out. I think the lyrics came first and the guitar came second, and it was fully written. I had a few songs in the queue beforehand. You know how it is being a songwriter. I've got this massive catalogue of songs that I've written, but I don't have enough time to record or enough money to to release all of them. But yeah, it came out pretty quickly and pretty easily.
Make sure when you're done watching this video, you're on YouTube. Watch the Parasite video too on Emily's YouTube channel. So anyways, Emily, anything else that you want to talk about or chat with our friends of the forest and your fans as well?
So I'm actually working on a song right now that's in the production stages. I just recorded it, and I'm a bit nervous about it because it's potentially kind of controversial, but it's a song about a battery hen from the hen's perspective. So yeah, it feels a little bit risky. But if, I don't know, if you know my music, I released an EP called Apocalypse around this time last year, and it's kind of in that style, I don't know, stripped back acoustic folk with spoken word and big harmonies and things. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm nervous, but I'm excited. Cruel, ironic twist of fate, yeah, you made me your prey. Shed my bed. Yeah, so in terms of the equipment, I don't really use anything fancy. I need to upgrade my studio, which is literally just my little M audio interface, which I use in my bedroom. It's honestly really nothing exciting. The most exciting part of my setup is my beautiful Ovation guitar that has become part of my brand. I love her very much, but honestly, I really need to kind of update the equipment that I use, but as you know, as a struggling musician, it costs me enough to pay to have my songs produced, mixed and mastered, and all the money that I earn from music, I put back into my music, but it's kind of just enough to keep releasing songs at the moment. So hopefully in the future my setup will get more exciting, but until then, at least I have my Ovation. Don't see you later in a cruel, ironic twist of fate. Yeah, you made me your prey. Shed my bed, you're still in my head, but I won't let you win, 'cause I know you're a parasite.
Emily Gray, everybody. I will put a link to all her social media sites and where you can find everything Emily Gray in the description down below.
Yeah, so fans can find my music on basically all of the streaming platforms, all of the social medias that exist. I have YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, all of that stuff. And it's all just Emily Gray music. In terms of like tours and gigs and stuff, I have a covers band, and we're doing some gigs around the area where I live in Tortosa in Catalonia. But nothing, nothing crazy yet. But you never know what's going to happen in the future.
Emily, just I want to thank you so much for spending some time with us, being on the show, finally getting to meet you, or at least virtually meet you, and it's a true pleasure, and I hope we can do this again sometime very, very soon.
Thank you so much for having me on the show, Dale. I really, really appreciate it, and have a great day.
Friends of the Forest, new episodes air each and every Sunday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hit that subscribe button, bell notification, and give us a thumbs up and all that kind of fun stuff, so you will never miss out on another episode of Friends of the Forest. Emily, thank you again. That's about it. So my name is Dale Mangold. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next week. Peace and love, everybody.